goes egalitarian. So what I mean by a barely published author, again, is someone who is on the welcome mat of their writing career, working on but has never published a full-length narrative manuscript. And in my 4 years doing this event, about to a third of the writers who come here and read have their books snapped by a publisher. And that includes me this year, in fact. Thank you. Although, the book I read when I read here a few years ago, that wasn't the one that got picked up. But whatever. We're not cutting here. So finally, writers are a compulsive and rebellious lot. So we have to keep them in line tonight, and I'm going to probably need your help with that. I think of, writers are one of these kind of careers that are strangely like engineering, where it's not so much something you want to do as something that you're compelled to do. And so I have this vision of a baby being born and the nurse going up to the mother and saying, "Sorry, it's a writer." But our first writer tonight is an absolute master of the craft. She comes from the San Francisco Writers Workshop, where she was nominated by Tamim Ansari, and her name is Peg Alford Pursell. She's a recent immigrant to the San Francisco Bay Area from South Carolina, where she implemented the creative writing program at the Charleston School of the Arts and was a fellow of the National Endowment for the Humanities. And now she lives in Sausalito and is a literary instructor. She is also learning how to play the flute. And I have a question. How come everybody I fucking know who lives in Sausalito is learning to play the flute? And it's never a brass flute, It's one of these wooden flutes, man. Where I live in Petaluma, they're sort of ceramic flutes with water in the bottom. She co-produces Drive-By Shorts, a weekly spoken word radio show of ultra-short fiction. And this is my favorite part about Peg. In 3rd grade, Peg's teacher, Miss Francis, read a story that Peg wrote at the end of each school day while the children waited for the final bell to ring. My favorite part of this is that Peg didn't remember it. We had to dig a little deeper to find that. And tonight she is going to read from a novel which is composed of correlated stories. The story she's going to read is titled All He Wanted to Do. The working title of the novel is currently The Edge of America, but last week it was From Off. Writers. So the novel is set on a barrier island off the South Atlantic coast. Peg Alford Pursell.